Hey guys, Tink Taylor here today, bringing you day, I think we're up to 9, I have no idea, I've lost count. But yeah, probably day 9 of the A to Z challenge, and as you can tell by the title, we are doing an inn, which, I'm not gonna lie, uh, I'm recording this video a few hours before it's supposed to go live, and I finished this build last night. Took me 3 hours almost, so it was about 2 hours and 40 minutes last night, and I think an hour on stream. So the way you can tell between me being on stream and me being off stream is in the top left hand corner. It says follow a goal, and it'll disappear when we get to me not streaming it and me doing it last night. So I streamed this on the 13th of January and I finished it last night, which, yeah, there's a bit of a time gap. But you know, that assessment that I kept blabbering on about, it's finally done. It's finished. It's over. I'm so happy it's done. I don't even care what mark I get. I mean, obviously I do within reason. Like, I care that I pass. But at this point, I don't care if it's like a massive pass or like if it's just okay. Because I've just spent so much time on it that I don't want to see it again. I don't want to think about it. And quite honestly, I don't want to ever do a speech ever again. It was a speech. I had to it was supposed to be a 10-minute speech, and I don't know if you know anything about me, but I'm a pretty fast speaker. So, yeah, I spoke fast. I have a little website I go to and I put in my word count, and it tells me how long I will be speaking for if I'm a a fast speaker, a slow speaker, or a medium average speaker. If it was average, it would have been like 12, 13 minutes or something like that. But since I'm a fast speaker, it was like, yeah, you'll be at 9 minutes and 58 seconds. And I did it in 9 minutes and 37 seconds. So I definitely spoke really fast. And I also had to have this like very formal tone because it was a presentation, and I had to be all nice and formal and, oh yes, and then this, and we have to talk about that and look at this. And that's not even the voice I used, but I can't even duplicate it without having something to read, and I don't even want to read you the speech because I don't want to touch it. I don't want to look at it. It's done. It's over. And I have one more assessment to finish for the semester, and then I'll be done for the summer semester. As it will be my last summer semester as far as I know. Provided I don't go back to uni a fourth time, but I don't plan on it. I absolutely plan on not doing that for a number of years. If I need to go back in the future, I will, but for now, no. But yes, my last assessment for the summer semester is to when the letter L is due. So I don't have a lot of time. So I better scurry along, but this one I'm not too worried about either. It's an essay, and part of my mark is proving that I upload it to a certain space. That's it. Like, as silly as it sounds, like, they're like, okay, you have to give it to us, but you also have to upload it over here and then send a screenshot that you uploaded it over there. And as soon as you send the screenshot, you're done. You're good. That's part of your mark. Which I think is fantastic because I'll take marks wherever I can get them. But yeah, I've actually got to get that one started. So as soon as this video is done and uploaded and whatever, I'm gonna open it up, break it down into parts, and then I've got 3 full days I can dedicate it to it. Normally I spend like half days, which is why this other one took so long, because I'd be spending half the day doing streaming stuff and then another half of the day or doing just like stream stuff and building and shorts and blah 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 blah. But this one I'm dedicating literally, like, I'll do my stream in the morning, I will do the video, and then because I've only got one more build that I need to finish, which is tomorrow's build, which I'm going to quickly finish tonight. It's so close to being done. But yeah, after that, it's literally just going to be stream, assessment, stream, assessment, stream, assessment, and then it'll be due the day after that. So yeah, JK, How do letters work? A, B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L. J, K, L. I, yeah. No, today's I, so it's I, J, and K. I will be working on it, and then L, it'll be already submitted, and then I can really throw myself into building because O is not that far away from L, and I haven't even started it. So, yeah, hopefully if I can get like half of it done today and tomorrow, then the last day can just be like finalizing it, and then I can get into builds and whatnot. Because on top of that, I still have to put out a bunch of shorts and videos and whatnot, but I have to make space for that. So yeah, a little stressed, but we're so close to the finish line that I am feeling 1000% better. Like my stress levels have just plummeted. And yeah, as soon as I finish this video, I will be. I mean, if you want to join me and give me feedback on what I've done or what I'm doing or you know, whatever. But I highly doubt you're going to be there sitting over my shoulder telling me how to build better, which I would build better, do my assessment better. I mean, either one. Either one I would greatly appreciate, because I'm not the greatest at either sometimes, and I'm okay with that. I love the learning process. I am super excited for tomorrow's build though. I feel like J, maybe K, maybe L, and definitely M. And probably N. Yeah, okay. The next builds that are coming out, I'm pretty excited for them. Especially since one of them I was like, I'm not sure if I want to do. Like, I had an idea and I was going to do that idea, and then I was talking to my mum and she was like, no, you should do this idea. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that. And then I did it anyway, and it was so much better. Like, it was yeah, I don't know why I was so hesitant. Sometimes I get really, like, not scared to do things, but I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do that. And then I do it, and then I'm like, why did I not want to do this? I'm so stupid. So I've been like trying to do more stuff that I don't like or want to do, because now I'm like finding I'm doing things a lot better. And yeah, here we are now moving into the part I did last night. So this bit is all kind of fresh in my mind. I do also change the book, the library room, just because I did not actually like how I ended up with it. And I think I ended up doing a little bit better where I ended up. But no, one thing I definitely want to talk about is I'm looking forward. No, hang on. Yes. No, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. One thing I want to do in the future is this thing called Inspired By. I've kind of technically already started it, but I really had this idea come to me yesterday while on a walk to the shops. And I think, yeah, I want to do this series called Inspired By. I don't know, like, it'll probably be something that I do forever, but, like, it won't be, I do it every day or whatever. And the goal, or the idea of it, is that when I come across builds that I really, really, really like, I'm gonna try and take that idea and make it my own, like, put my own spin on it, but it will be called Inspired By, and then whoever built it, I guess, who was the original builder. So I've kind of already done that with Andretti 3000, because they did this really cool high school build, and I was like, I want to turn that into a mansion. So I saw the build, I toured it. It had CC in it, so I unfortunately didn't get to see a lot of it because all the CC was gone or been replaced. But I also did see a lot of screenshots of it. And then like a couple days later, it might have even been the next day, I drew it on a piece of paper from memory and made some adjustments. Like it was half from memory and half what I wanted to do. And I kind of built it from there about what I wanted to do. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, it was so much fun to do that build. It took so long, and it was over 3 videos, which I don't really want to do anymore. So hence why I've been cutting out some things so that I can do things in one video. But I recently came across 2 other people. One who did a like a cyberpunk build. It was really cool. Like, I've seen people do cyberpunk before. And I'm gonna have to find this person's name. I cannot remember their name for the life of me, but I believe they are a Japanese builder. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but I think I read in their profile that they were from Japan. But they did this really, really cool stop motion uh cyberpunk build, and I really want to do that. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I believe Selena did it, so Selena, I haven't spoken about her in a while. But Sally Dion is her name on here. And yeah, she did this really cool cyberpunk build, and I really, really like, I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I just back then I did not have the confidence to even think about it, and now I have the confidence to think about it. We're still at the thinking stage, maybe not the doing. But that's one of them. But the other thing, slightly off tangent here, the whole thing about thinking versus doing things, like I've got the confidence to think about them. I downloaded a bunch of CC and I was like, oh my gosh, my builds are gonna be so much better because, I mean, I might be held back by what EA is providing us, but I tried to build with CC and it turns out no, it's just me, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with learning that I am not as good as I think I am, because it means that I can learn and get better and work on getting better. And so, you know, I did try and actually do some stuff and got very overwhelmed and realized, okay, I need to take this one step at a time. So yeah, well, taking it back to the cyberpunk build, I'm definitely confident to think about it, and I think I'm going to try doing little bits and pieces here and there, and take my time with it. So this is probably a build you won't see for a while. There's a whole bunch of builds I really want to do. I wrote down a huge list last night and I started drawing some of them next to it. There's like a Japanese styled one build I want to do based off a dream I had. It was a really weird dream, but yeah. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of builds I want to do, but the second one that I want to do for the Inspired by series, yeah, the second one I want to do is one that is done by Ann Quarter, I believe their name is. I believe, yeah, I think her name's Han Quarter. And she is living in, oh, I don't know where she lives, but if you give me just 1 second, I'll be able to tell you the inspiration for the build at least. Yes, Han Quarter, her name. She's from Indonesia. Okay, so I believe it was an Indonesian styled build. Yes, it was, and it's called the Bubble Community. You should seriously check out Han Quarter. Like yesterday when I found her, she had 4.4k subs, and now she's got 4.51, which, like, what? Like, you deserve that. That's amazing. Like, seriously, go look at her builds. I mean, I don't even care if you leave my video right now to go look at her builds. She is amazing. And her editing and her thumbnails and everything, like, I need to go have a chat with her to build like her and edit like her and do thumbnails not like her, but like learn from her, because she is so good. So yes, please go check her out. I cannot explain enough how amazing she is. And yes, that's the second thing I want to do, is I don't want to necessarily do a bubble community the way she's done it, because I don't think I could ever build like her. And I don't think I want to build exactly like her anyway. I do definitely want to put my own spin on it, and that's the whole purpose of it. But taking the idea of having I guess like a bubble, I don't know how else to explain it, but like a dome. And I kind of want to take it a bit more pod-like rather than dome. And make it a bit more like maybe living on Mars or something like that. So yes, there's a few different ideas that I've had that I've taken from other people and definitely turned into my own thing. So even that idea of having like a bubble home with like one little room up on the surface and then everything else below the surface it kind of gave me the idea to do like this underground city slash bunker type thing. And I really, really am keen to do something like that. Like all these builds, I want to just do them now, but I have to finish the ones I've already got going on. So yeah, there's a lot. I think I've got like 30 ideas, which is not terrible. Like that's all right. And I've got some sort of loose ideas. Like I know I want to do some Barbie themed stuff. I've never done it before. I'm not a huge Barbie person. I still haven't seen the Barbie movie. That's not because I don't want to. That's just it, life gets in the way, and I keep forgetting to watch it. But I want to do some homes inspired by countries I've never really built from. Now I know Africa's a continent, but I haven't picked a specific country from Africa. But I definitely want to visit that region of the world, visit the continent of Africa, and find some builds, some inspiration from the different countries in Africa. Because I've done some from Europe. I've even tried a few different Asian styled ones. I say a few, I think it's like two maybe. I did I don't even know what it was, like an outdoor market area with a big temple, but the temple was debug. It was not one that I built. And I kind of want to get the courage to build one myself. I've seen some people on Instagram do some really cool yeah, like really cool places like that, and it's inspired me to have a look into some real historical places that I've heard about. So like I believe it's called the Forbidden City or the Hidden City. I don't really remember, but that's definitely something I want to investigate and have a look at. And I definitely want to do some more terrainy stuff. I'm so not confident with terrain, but I think by forcing myself to have a look at terrain and mess with it and you know, I sometimes I'll put a little terrain here and there. I think definitely help. I think landscaping is getting better, terrain's getting better. I mean, with this the landscaping I'm doing now is kind of just like, okay, let's just shove plants everywhere rather than having no plants. But I want to bring it back to like a controlled level. And I think that's kind of what I did with like when I first learned to clutter. It was like I put nothing in and then I put everything in, and now I'm kind of learning some sort of middle ground. But speaking of clutter, I put a bunch of stuff in the kitchen and then completely forgot to actually put it in proper places. So there's a whole bunch of stuff on the floor because I was like, I don't know where I want to put it. I'll just put it on the floor. So yeah, now it's just a whole bunch of stuff. Whatever you see me do here, like, and I put in the kitchen, it stays exactly where I've put it. And I've already uploaded this build, so it's a bit late to go back and change and add things and move them around because yeah, I've already uploaded it. So please ignore that maybe. And just pretend it's not like that. But yeah, it's kind of funny that I forgot because I was like, I know I'm gonna forget. But it's okay because I won't upload it yet, and then I'll come back and fix it, and then I can upload it, and it'll be off camera, and that's fine. Because I've already got a lot of footage. I don't need to add more. And then I forgot, and then I uploaded it. And I knew that would happen. I knew that's what I would do. And I really need to start listening to myself and write these things down. This is why I have like a million planners and whiteboards and things like that. It's because if I don't write something down once, I'm never going to remember it. I'm never going to write it down again. So yeah, we need to work on that. But I don't know. I think it's kind of funny that I did exactly what I told myself that I would do and then tried to tell myself that I wouldn't do, but then did it anyway. But I guess that's what happens when you have so many things to remember and so many things to do, and then you kind of just forget. But yeah, we're getting to a point where I feel like I won't be so forgetful anymore. Because there's less and less things on my plate to remember and to do and organize and stress about. And now I'm thinking about things like next week I'm gonna make a lasagna. I'm going to my best friend's family home, and I'm going to make lasagna and bring it over, and we're going to have lasagna and salad for dinner, and it's going to be fantastic. because I haven't been over there for a while. We used to go like once every week or every fortnight, and life's just gotten in the way, especially towards the end of my summer semester. So, yeah. Also, at this point in the build, if you see anything I'm doing that doesn't make any sense, I'm exhausted at this point. Like, it's so late. It's way past my bedtime. I've been trying to go to bed earlier because I've been getting up earlier. But the later I stay up, the earlier I get up, and the earlier I go to bed, still the earlier, like, I still keep consistently getting up before my alarm. I even moved my alarm to be later because I moved my streams a little bit later, and then I got up an hour and a half before my alarm was supposed to go off, but it was still an hour before my original alarm was supposed to go off. But that was actually really helpful because I had to do a bunch of stuff for this build this morning. I did not have the short or the reel done, and I got those done, and then I got the voting form stuff done and ready for my stream. But I found that trying to with the A to Z results and the streaming, I've been placing the builds mostly on the same lot so that I know whose is whose and I can just go to the same lot for the same person every time. But this morning I could only place one lot down and then I had to leave and then come back and then let me put the rest of them down. But my game's been a bit weird. Like I couldn't delete anything. I couldn't like I said, couldn't place anything. I tried bulldozing the lot. I tried deleting the lot by like individual item by individual item. I tried leaving and going to a different lot. Like it was being really weird. And then I left and came back and it was fine. So I don't know if that's just my computer really having a bit of a struggle. Because actually this morning when I woke up I needed to update some drivers and restart my computer, which I hate doing. But I guess it's a good thing that I woke up extra early by accident. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a computer person and I just have no idea what to do and how to fix it. But this stuff here in the kitchen, this is what I'm talking about. What you see right now, exactly where I place these things, that's where it stays. I don't upsize these flour and sugar bags, which I really wanted to do. I like to upsize them and then like put them on the ground like they're like they've been taken out of like a storage cupboard or whatever, and yeah, just completely forgot to. So if you do download this build, kitchen's not done in terms of decor, but it should be fully functional. I have no idea if anything else is fully functional because I don't test it. I said I'd get into playtesting and actually being good about that, and then I started it and then I completely fell off and stopped doing it. It's just a lot of extra steps at the moment for me, and I don't have the time for extra steps. But I do definitely still want to be doing playtesting. Like, I want you guys to be able to play in these if you want to. But I guess with my change of, like, who I'm building for, I'm less concerned. Because I kind of just want to build fun, silly little things. But I definitely want to try and make more functional builds than less functional, and more builds without CC than with CC. I mean, every single idea that I've currently got for the builds I want to do, I don't think many of it has the opportunity. I mean, a few of them are like definitely CC in mind, but the rest of them I'm like, no, I don't really want to use CC. So we're not using it. But yeah, I still haven't actually done a build with CC yet. I still have to wait to the end of this challenge. I'm hoping that I can get a bunch of these builds done really early so that I can spend time just relaxing and not having to stress about doing these builds so last minute and then trying to get like next month's builds out on time. Like I want to be able to pre-build those ones as well. But we will see how it goes. I would say by the letter S, we should know how I'm doing. And I know S is like towards the end of the alphabet, but I'm already halfway through the builds. So I think for the next little bit, I'm okay, but I think I want to try and do some builds in chunks so that I can get them smashed out. Because, yeah, I go back to uni not long after this challenge ends. Actually, yeah, I have... The week that this challenge ends is the last week I have for holidays. So realistically, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Because for me, it finishes on a Monday. For you guys, it might be a Tuesday if you're in America, but for me, it's a Monday. Yeah, so I just 6 days to get maybe 4 or 5 builds and videos and whatnot done in advanced. I mean, I do like things done in advanced, but I don't know. It's just a little stressful, I guess. But I think being able to get ahead means I'll be able to edit a bit better and spend more time in the builds, add a bit more detail, come back and forward between it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of really excited for this stuff for the future, because like every time I get to a point where I'm like, okay, let's batch content and get it out, I get excited for the next batch. Just because I've seen so much of this batch that I'm done with it. But I guess it helps me with the excitement, like getting re-excited for The Sims again. And just writing down a bunch of ideas to work through. Yeah, if you have anything that you want me to build, or you really like someone else that did and you want me to put it into my inspired by series, definitely let me know down below. I will definitely add them to my list because I want to try and, you know, build better and widen my range of builds. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. We're just adding a last few details. I think it's just me trying to add details and then realizing I have to cut it here. I'm tired. But anyway, thank you so much for joining, and yeah, I hope to see you in tomorrow's video. Definitely let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions down below. And I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye guys!